Hey guys, this is Colleen and today I'm going to be sharing with you my foundation routine. The foundation I'm going to be using today is the Amazonian Clay Full Coverage Balancing Foundation. I got this on QVC and it came along with the Tarte foundation brush, and this brush is really fluffy and dense, but I don't like to use this too much for this foundation in particular, just because it's not dense enough for me. It's similar to the Sigmax Kabuki brushes that they sell, but it's not as dense as this one. So I prefer to use the Sigmax brush as opposed to the Tarte brush when I'm applying my foundation. But this is a great brush for, putting on powders and setting it and all that kind of stuff. About this foundation, it has the Amazonian clay that Tarte is famous for, and what Amazonian clay does is it helps absorb oil if you have really oily skin, and it also helps hydrate your skin if your skin happens to be dry. So this is great for all skin types. I know that, like, for me personally, I have really oily skin, and so I was really, concerned when I started using this because it is a liquid foundation. I usually use my Bare Minerals foundation, but I decided to give this a try, and I do like this a lot. It controls my oil somewhat, but I still feel like at the end of the day my skin is a little oily and I just have to blot it. But yeah, this is a great product. You can get it on QVC.com. I don't think you can get it anywhere else that I've seen. They have a similar foundation that just came out on TarteCosmetics.com and also at Sephora that they just released, and it's called the Amazonian Clay Full Coverage 12-Hour Foundation. It's almost the exact same thing, except the only difference between it is the packaging and the name. The new packaging has like a clear leaf about this area, and I looked up online to see what the ingredients were for the new formulation, and then I also looked at this one, and they're basically the exact same thing. I don't know why they came out with two different products and named one new, but you can get the new, or I guess the newer full coverage foundation on TarteCosmetics.com, and Sephora also has it. The new one has a lot more colors than the one at QVC. I think the QVC one only has like 5 colors, whereas the one at Sephora has, I think, probably around like 7 or 8. But if you like a bigger color range, then definitely try out the Amazonian Clay 12-Hour Foundation. The problem with that is it's a little expensive. It's $38, and the brush itself is $32. If you get it on QVC.com, they come with both of these, and it's only like around $35. So it's a better deal if you just get the one on QVC. So with that being said, let's get started. To start off with, I'm going to use my Smashbox foundation primer, particularly in my T-zone because that's where I tend to get really oily. And I'm going to put some on the sides of my nose just to fill in, all the pores and make it much easier to put on my foundation. And then I'm going to use my Tarte Amazonian Clay foundation. I'm going to put some on the back of my hands, just about, let's see, about that much. This is a full coverage foundation, so, you don't need a whole ton unless you really need that coverage. I'm going to use my Sigmax round top Kabuki brush. It's the F82 brush. And then I'm going to just dip it in the foundation, and then I'm going to dab it all over my face. Blend it in. Don't forget to blend down your neck to make sure that, you know, you're not like two-toned. Alright, and then I'm going to go on to concealer. I like to use Benefit's Stay Don't Stray primer as my concealer because it's more opaque than a lot of eyeshadow primers that you see, like the Urban Decay primer potion. And so I'm just going to dab it on and just apply it. You can see that it's a lot lighter than my skin tone, which is good because you want that brightening effect. And then I'm going to go back in with my foundation brush into the remainder in the foundation and just blend it in to the rest of my skin. Alright, and that's all for my foundation. I'm going to set the powder with the Mineral Veil from Bare Minerals. I'm just going to take a tiny bit onto the cap. You don't need much because the foundation is already a matte finish, and so you don't need too much product to set it. Just buff it in, and I'm using the Tarte, like the bamboo foundation brush. You can also use a powder brush if you want, but I like this a lot more because it's fluffier and more dense. Yep, so now your foundation is set, and I'm going to go on to contouring, blush, and highlighting. So what I use to contour is the Benefit's Hoola bronzing powder, and I really like this because it's matte. A lot of bronzers that I see at the drugstores, they're really shimmery, and I don't like that too much. And I'm going to put it on a really large eyeshadow brush just because, you know, I have a really round face, and so it's easier for me to contour with this as opposed to like a big fluffy brush. I can get more defined lines with this. So suck in your cheeks, and then you start from near your temples and then draw it down to the edge of your eye, so it should be like this. And it looks really harsh right now, but you're gonna blend it out. Do the same thing over here. Okay. And then with a large powder brush, just the crown brush, just blend it out. Make sure you blend really well so that you have a seamless look on your face. You don't want to have like a large brown line just cutting your face in half, so blend it in really well. Okay, and that looks good, right? Cool beans. And then I'm going to use blush, and the one I'm going to be using is the Tarte Amazonian Clay 12-Hour blush in the color Exposed. And I really like this color because it's super natural, and at first when you see it, it looks really like nudish brown, but it actually has a pink tint to it. So, you know, just use this on your cheeks. Don't use it on your face unless you want it to be pink. I'm gonna put some on my MAC 167 brush, the special edition one that they came out over the winter. I'm just gonna apply it to the cheeks. And this gives a really natural pinkish color, but it's not too bright. It's great for every day. Alright, and last but not least, I do highlighting, and the highlighter I'm going to use is the Lorac, On Screen Duo. It comes with a black eyeliner, and on the top there's a highlighter. I think it's supposed to be an eyeshadow, but I use it as a highlighter because the glitter isn't too large. It's really tiny. You could barely see it, but that's why I like it. I don't like shimmers that are like too glittery and then it makes you look like, you know, a disco ball. So I'm gonna put this on the tops of my cheekbones and then put it around. And that's it. Thank you guys for watching, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.